Hey guys, welcome back. I first want to say thanks for all the awesome comments I got on my last video. I know that was kind of like a sad opening to a video, but I wanted to open up a little bit more on this channel about me, maybe. You guys might be interested in knowing more about me. So that's a one way of starting, I guess. I just want to say thanks for the awesome comments and people opening up to me and telling me about their experiences with anxiety and stuff like that. So I was very happy that people had so much to say on the topic and something I can kind of relate to. So thank you very much again. But today I wanted to finally take a look at the SuperS set. This is part 1 from Viz Media. I've had this since spring. But at least for this one I know, hey, I've actually watched it, the whole thing, before I've done the video. So you can get my full thoughts on how it looks and all that fun stuff with this. But as a bonus, I don't normally do this, but for this video I decided to also take a look at the new S movie that just came out, because I just got mine a couple days ago, something like that. So you guys are probably eager to know my thoughts on this as well, and there's not a whole lot of great big, you know, hey, there's a booklet and all that fun stuff. This is a simple little release, so I thought I'll just throw it in with this one and we can talk about it too. As far as the SuperS Part 1, it does come with this awesome box, as you can see here. I haven't fully opened mine, but I'm going to do it today. I wanted to kind of show it in its original plastic and everything, even though I did open it. A lot of people display theirs like this with the plastic, but I actually find it kind of difficult to pull them out and position them and everything on my shelf. The plastic wrap gets stuck together. So I actually take mine out. Plus I like the back. The back is really pretty on these. But I do try to keep this little sticker here, so I'll try to peel that off later. But yeah, here's the back of it too. So you guys can see. This is, of course, just the little cardboard piece that goes on top. And this is the Blu-ray DVD combo that I always get. This is the limited edition. It's really nice. It's kind of prismatic in a way. It's got that rainbow effect to it. And there's the side, so you guys can see how awesome it looks. And each one of these have like a special color to them. I think there's been an orange one, a pink one, a blue one, and this is more green. So it's kind of like the colors of the Sailor Guardians, I guess, or the inners anyways. But let me take this out of the plastic wrap so we can see it a little better. And of course this is just the slip. Comes right off. But here is the very back of this box, and isn't that pretty? So if you don't take that little cardboard piece off, you don't get to see the awesome crisis brooch image on the back. So, but yeah, really, really pretty. Here is the actual case that these come in, a Blu-ray case, and the image is really nice. It's just a simple picture of Super Sailor Moon on there, but I think it's a really nice one for sure. And the back, I think, has the same stuff on it, but it is a different image than the cardboard piece. So something different to look at. And you do get the DVD and the Blu-ray both in this set. And like the other ones, there is a additional image on the inside paper. And this is the Dead Moon Circus there, the Amazon Trio. So that's an awesome little bonus. I know there was that one time where Viz forgot to put that or something. There was like a misprinting. So a lot of people got blank ones. But they did eventually correct it. So, but here is the DVDs or the Blu-rays. Yeah, these are the Blu-rays. So these are the first Blu-rays that are with the set. And you do have an image of Sailor Moon, or Super Sailor Moon, Super Sailor Chibi Moon with her over here. And there is the Amazon Trio there on that one. And then the DVDs are actually reverse colored. So it actually makes it kind of interesting when they do that. And that's like that with every single release that they've done so far. So that is the DVD and Blu-rays that you get. And then of course you get a booklet. And this is just a cardboard sleeve like the other ones that you can put the part 2 in its place when you get it. So that's really nice. Now the booklets I think are just the best thing about this, of course. I do like how this is always set up. But you want to get this for the booklet and the... This just flew out of it. The hard case to store them in. But here's the booklet, and the booklet has a really pretty picture of Super Sailor Moon on there as well. And I love the way she looks. And this includes a full synopsis of each one of the episodes in part 1 and 2, because part 2 will not be included in the set, but you have to buy it to put it in it. But they already have the episodes listed in here, so you can read about each one. So that is the bonus to this, as well as you can read about the story so far in case you're behind and you want to jump ahead. There's also a little full synopsis there at the beginning too, with pictures. And then after the episode list, there is a English, well, there's a beautiful picture first. It's a really awesome picture right there. So you get that first, and then you get the Japanese cast list right here. And then you get a English cast list as well. It's the English cast list. And then, let's see, you get a special thanks. So I guess this is bonus people that helped create this set, along with a really pretty picture. That is a really nice picture right there. Gorgeous, really colorful. And then you get Moonlight Legend. This is the lyrics to Moonlight Legend in Japanese and English. And this is the other picture, or the other picture. This is the other song that is in the, I think, the end credits, I do believe. And here is the other one, the other end credits song. And then this is really nice. I always thought this was kind of interesting. This is actually some pretty cool, like, bonus things. But this is like the family tree and how everybody's related to one another and all that stuff. It's actually really cool. This is the kind of stuff that I actually loved a lot when I was looking up information about the characters back in the 90s. So I absolutely love that. And there's another really beautiful picture. And then you have, like you have in each one of the books, you have a new updated biography of each one of the characters, some items that they use, some fashion that they've inspired, I guess, and a little bit about them. And they have one for each one of the characters, especially the main cast. So I absolutely love these so very much. So I always said that these would be really nice to go to a convention and have each one of the English voices sign. Or if you're into the Japanese more, you could try getting the Japanese voices, but I know that would be a little bit more challenging. I know some of them have come to the United States. I know this one, he's been here. So it's a little more challenging, but it could be done, maybe. But yeah, the images in this book are just amazing, and they took a lot of time. Like this one is really nice. Of Helios, Pegasus. Really pretty. So if you're into art, like I'm definitely into art. Especially Marco's art. He's the artist of all these characters. So if you're into his art, especially, you'll appreciate this book a lot. And I get people all the time asking me, hey, can I see a better view of the booklet? Hey, can I see some of the art on the DVDs and stuff like that? So that's why I'm taking the time to do this, so you guys can actually see some of the art that's in this book and get an idea of what's in here. There are so many gorgeous images, and I want you guys to really see what I'm seeing. And this is, of course, the image that's in the back of the case. So I assume this one will be the one on part 2. And then here is the last one. So definitely an amazing book. Definitely something worth putting in your collection. That's my opinion. But I know a lot of people have said, oh, I can't afford it. And that's understandable too. So just a little view. So in case you guys can't get it, now you can see it. Now we're going to take a look at the S movie before I do the DVD menus like I always do, and then we'll have the closing at the end. But this is, of course, the case for this one, and I'll post a little picture of the poster that we had this year, because these actually came out, S and SuperS came out in movie theaters. So if you could, they had a 2-day showing for each one of the movies, and you could actually go see this movie in theaters. It was so amazing. I went and saw it in the English dub, because I've seen the Japanese a bunch of times, so I wanted to see the English dub in theaters, and it was really, really beautiful. I think they did a really good job with the release of this one. I know there was some confusion in theaters. I guess some of the theaters didn't know the difference between the movies, and they were showing the S movie when they were supposed to be showing SuperS and blah, blah, blah. So that was totally crazy. I was so sad for all the people that went and tried to see it. I didn't have any problem at my theater, but they did pass out movie posters, and they were double-sided with both movies on one poster. So it's really, really beautiful. But I know a lot of theaters weren't giving them out either, so that was really sad to hear when I was hearing about that on Twitter and stuff. So if you didn't get a chance to see the movie in theaters, here it is in Blu-ray DVD form. And they do have it, of course, just like the regular seasons. You can get this just in DVD form, so that's an option too, if you want to do that. But the case for this is really nice. It's also a shiny outer sleeve box, and a nice image of Super Sailor Moon on there. Very simplistic. Here's the back, of course, and it has a little synopsis of the movie there with what you're getting on this release. And there's a little side. The only thing I have to say about this is the side of the box matches up with the R movie, but that's really the only thing that matches. Unfortunately, we have a cover that doesn't match the R movie at all. So I'm hoping maybe one day they might re-release these in a 3-pack or something. They might update it, make it better or something. I don't know that for sure, but that's what a lot of people are hoping for eventually. But the bonus for this one is... This is actually the Japanese art for this movie on this release. So this is what we wanted at the start. So I'm glad they decided to go with the actual movie poster this time. A lot of people wanted this so bad. So this is the original Japanese, so everybody's going to be pretty satisfied with this choice. And then, of course, the back is the same image as before. There's nothing too crazy to see inside. These are just the plain discs. You get the DVD and the Blu-ray on there. And it's shiny and pretty and lovely and everything. But they don't put any extra images in the inside of the case or anything. So, but we will take a look at the DVD and Blu-ray menus now. And then I will give you my final little thoughts of each one. Alright, so here is the first disc of SuperS Part 1 for the Blu-ray, and you have play, episodes, setup, and extras. And at the bottom, you do also have the Crisis brooch, which is really pretty down there. And the banner is always the same on each one of these releases. But you do have a different cursor depending on what season it is. And this one, of course, has the Kaleido Moonscope wand. So it looks really nice. So here's how the episodes come up. This is what episodes are in here. And you do actually get the Super Special on here. There are 2 different Super Specials, I do believe. And then you have your extras over here, which has the Super Special as you can watch it in a different section on the disc. And then there's the SuperS Special TV Promos and another art gallery. And I forgot to mention earlier, but the Super Specials is really nice. It's the first time you get to experience them in English dialogue other than subtitled. So that is definitely a bonus to buying this re-release if you want to see them specials. But I'll take a quick look at the art gallery on this one. And it should be, yeah, Sailor Moon. Okay, I guess she wore that outfit in every single color, which is kind of weird. And then you got more pictures of her. So just a bunch of different pictures of Super Sailor Moon on this one. I won't go through them all, but that's what they are. So that is pretty much it for Part 1, Disc 1 for the Blu-ray. So I'll go ahead and put in the next one. I did notice on this particular release there is a warning for photosensitivity. And this is Blu-ray disc number 2. And on this one, it's more Chibi Moon themed, so you have her little twinkle bell at the bottom. There's your episodes. And then you have your setup. This, of course, is your English and Japanese songs and signs and all that, like all the others. And then your gallery. So you just get a basic art gallery on this one. And it should be all Chibi Moon, I do believe. For the most part, anyways. Pretty quick little look at it. But we'll get the third one in and take a look at it real quick too. Alright, so this is Blu-ray disc number 3, the last one for this part. And this one is more of a Dead Moon Circus theme. You have play episodes set up at the bottom as well with the Dream Mirror as your little cursor. So here's your episode list. All the episodes. It goes to 146 on this one. And your setup. And lastly, your extras. And of course, this is the last disc of Part 1. You do get a lot more extras on this one. So you get the interview with the royal family, interview with the Sailor Guardians, you have, of course, all the English ones. And you get both the Japanese and the English voice of Tuxedo Mask, scripting the Sailor Moon Super Special, and Erica Mendez is actually the script writer for the specials as well as the movies. So she does a little interview there talking about that. And the art gallery, the clean opening and clean ending, and more trailers from Viz products. So we'll take a look at the art gallery as we always do, but yeah, this one should be all the Dead Moon Circus, at least that of the characters you actually see in this part. But yep, that is the Blu-ray discs. So I'll go ahead and put in the DVDs and get a quick look at them. Alright, so here's the first DVD menu for part 1, and it's actually really pretty. It's not super clear, but it does have a wonderful image of Super Sailor Moon on there. There's no music or anything on the DVDs. This is just a basic menu. You got play, episodes, setup, and extras. So here's your episode list, and your super special is right there after episode 131. And you got the crisis brooch on there, which looks really nice. Here's your setup. You got your language and your subtitles. So that's pretty nice. And your extras. And that's a really nice looking menu. Your super specials is also here for a quick selection. And then you have your SuperS special TV promos, which is pretty much a little trailer for those particular specials. So the menus look really vibrant and colorful here, so I definitely like those. So I'll pop in DVD number 2. Alright, so here is DVD number 2. And this one doesn't have an extras section, it's just basically play, episodes, and setup. But the image is really nice. You got Super Sailor Moon and Super Chibi Moon there. Here's your episodes. So it's a nice setup there with the Twinkle Bell. It's really pretty. And then your setup has the crisis brooch. It kind of would have made more sense if it had been Chibi Moons, but still nice. So pretty quick look there. There's nothing really too much to do other than just play the episodes on this particular disc. We'll go ahead and put number 3 in and take a look at it. So this is the last DVD, and of course it features the Amazon Trio. This one of course brings back your extras to select. So here's a look at the episodes. So you do have the Dream Mirror on this one. And then your setup has the Crisis Brooch. So I guess we're just going to keep going with the Crisis Brooch on this particular season for the setup section. And then your extras just have the trailers. So again, you just get the trailers for the DVDs. In order to see the extras, you do have to get the Blu-ray release. Still a really nice, vibrant menu selection. And it's presented really well. And it seems like they did their homework on that, at least. So we're going to next take a look at the S-Movie menu and get an idea of what those look like. Alright, so here is your S-Movie menu. And it looks really nice. Goes traditionally with the others. Let's turn that down a little bit. But you do have your play, scene, setup, and extras on this one. Your cursor is the Spiral Heart Moonrod. And we'll take a look at your scenes. So your scenes are set up like this. So then you can just select where you were in the movie. Pretty well general for movie videos. Or movie Blu-rays anyways. So here's the setup. Your English and Japanese like all the others. And then your extras. And with this extras is the interview with Michelle Ruff, she does Luna, interview with Chris Hackney, and the English theatrical credits, trailers, and more from Viz. So if you want to know a little bit more about some of the character voices and you want to see the theatrical credits in English, so there you go. Pretty decent little release of the S movie, but the menu looks really nice and it goes with all the others, so that's it. And here is the DVD menu for the Sailor Moon S movie. It's a really awesome picture of Super Sailor Moon on there. And you do have your scenes and everything, but it shows up a little differently on here. You do have 12 options, and you do have the Spiral Heart Moon Rod in the background, which is really nice. Your setup has the Cosmic Heart, so this kind of goes along with the DVD set for that season. And lastly, your extras. And that's really pretty. It's a really nice image in the background. You have the English theatrical credits on here, trailers, and more from Viz. So that is your Sailor Moon S DVD, or Sailor Moon S the movie DVD menu. And it looks pretty nice. So stay tuned for my final thoughts. So what can I say about the SuperS Part 1 that hasn't already been said? For me anyways, I loved it. I have a new appreciation for this season. I actually don't particularly like it as much as some of the other ones. Especially the classic season and S are probably my tops. R is probably next. Stars I haven't seen nearly enough times to make a clear choice on where that lies in my favorites. But SuperS was always one of those that didn't feel like, it felt like a lot more filler than anything. But I absolutely enjoyed rewatching this. I thought it was great. I thought it looked amazing. Definitely a lot better than some of the older seasons. So you seem to really get into it more, at least for me this time around. So if you're not really into SuperS and you want to try to get back into it, I think this is a good choice to go and rewatch it again. I think you might have a feeling like I did where you got a new appreciation for it. It definitely got me more interested, got me more excited for part 2. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I thought it looked great in Blu-ray. So even in DVD, I think it should look fine. But yeah, Blu-ray, it looked amazing and clear and crisp and brand new, it felt like to me. So I highly recommend getting it and watching it again. Even if you just got it on DVD, it looks really good. As far as the S movie, like I said before, the S movie looked great in the theaters. I was really impressed with it. My experience there was amazing, watching it with other fans and everything. It was definitely a bonus. I'm glad that I got to experience that in my lifetime. Definitely enjoyed rewatching again on Blu-ray. I think it looks really good on this release. I think it's definitely improved upon from the VHS releases that I've gotten before. I do believe I have it on DVD as well, yeah. I had the Pioneer release that came back out in the early 2000s, something like that. If you love the movies at all, this is probably my second favorite in the 3 set. I liked R better, but a lot of people think this one's the best one. So I definitely think this one is definitely up there between 1 and 2. I can't decide preferably what's my personal favorite of all time, but I think this one's definitely a nice one. This one's a wonderful one to watch around the holidays because there's this one scene with Tuxedo Mask that you've got to see in the English version. It's hilarious. So if you have not seen it, you're going to want to see it. So, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed rewatching this and discovering again. I got to watch it with my husband and stuff. So yeah, beautiful release of this and Japanese art inside. So, but thank you guys so much for checking out my review of this. I'm so looking forward to part 2 of SuperS. I'll probably watch it first, then I'll do my review like I did this time, because then I have more to say. I just feel like I have way more to talk about when I've actually watched it. And then I can give you a clear review of what I think of the visual quality of it. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are interested in what I think of that versus just what the product looks like when you buy it. So thanks guys so much for staying with me and checking out my review, and I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, bye.